Now, forewarned weather with Exact Track 4D.
We got Brian Sherman in for Kim Adams tonight, and we're still got that marginal risk for storms tomorrow. Is that right?
I feel like we're a broken record with it. Marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 on our severe weather scale once again for Friday. But once we get through tomorrow, things are looking better for the weekend, although we don't get rid of the heat and humidity we've been dealing with anytime soon. Thunderstorm chances for tomorrow topping my weather headlines at 11 o'clock tonight. We are looking for the potential of some of those to be strong to possibly severe, much like we've seen the past 2 to 3 days. That summer heat and humidity is going to be sticking around into the upcoming weekend as well before we get some cooler and refreshing changes, especially where the humidity is concerned moving in by the time we get to the middle of next week. Exact Track 40 radar tonight, a clean sweep for the majority of southeastern Michigan, although I am tracking one lone thunderstorm along I-69 over toward Owasso tonight. That has been weakening ever so slowly. I do think we will keep the dry weather around through the overnight and as you're heading out the door early on Friday morning. Tower cam over downtown Detroit already starting to show some of that cloud cover breaking up tonight. 74 degrees here in Detroit, but once you factor in that south-southeast wind at about 5 miles an hour, still feeling like the low to mid 70s as we head into the early overnight hours tonight. We've got a frontal boundary parked right across the region. That has been our focal point for showers and thunderstorms today. This cold front back over to the midwestern United States, that is going to move off to the east, and that will clear us out for the weekend, but is also going to keep the threat for severe weather into the forecast yet again on Friday. The Storm Prediction Center continues our level 1 out of level 5 on our severe weather scale. Marginal risk for the majority of southeastern Michigan, primarily tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening as that cold front moves through the region. Damaging winds in excess of 60 miles an hour and heavy rainfall will be the primary threats heading into tomorrow. Let's track the storms here. Clouds and radar forecast starts off at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We should see a lot of sunshine heading out the door with a little bit of cloud cover sticking around. But once we get past 2 to 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we start to see some of those thunderstorms develop. It's not going to be widespread across the region, but those wind down by 9 to 10 o'clock tomorrow night, and we keep some sunshine around as we look ahead into the upcoming weekend. Temperatures back into the 90s tomorrow, low 90s for a daytime high, but we cool things off into the 80s behind that cold front for Saturday. 90s back into the forecast late weekend and early next week before we really get a cool down on the way and lower humidity values heading our way by the time we get to next Tuesday and Wednesday. Once you factor in the humidity, heat index values upper 90s to near 100 degrees tomorrow. We get a break on Saturday, but then those 90-degree heat index values are back into the forecast late in the weekend and into early next week. So overnight tonight, we'll go partly cloudy skies, warm and muggy into the overnight, dropping to 71 thanks to a south wind at about 3 to 6 miles an hour. And if you are going to be heading out to the Rocket Classic tomorrow, dry for majority of the day, 60s early tomorrow morning. We're into the 70s. And then the 90s for a daytime high tomorrow afternoon. Those thunderstorms sticking around for majority of the day, at least into the afternoon and evening. Mid-80s on Saturday, 90s on Sunday. Another round of storms move in as we head into early next week. Then we get a break from that heat and humidity. Sunshine sticks around. Mid-80s on the way Tuesday, all the way through next Thursday.